I still not. I can't listen to that and not just laugh because it is so dumb. It is just
It
so
makes me
dumb.
laugh every time, though.
I love it. It's crazy. I mean, it's a
I love how
fishy jerk
that
heavy
person
metal song.
did that for you.
Yeah, it's cool. Hey everybody. So we're having a little bit of internet issues, so we might have a little bit of I'm gonna have to ask questions a couple times, or Jess might not get what I'm saying. Just so you know, they're having some pretty inclement weather in her area, so it's possible that Jess even cuts out for a couple minutes or something. And hi everybody, thanks so much for being here. And just so you know, new people or people that haven't watched streams, the whole first half hour, Jess and I are we're gonna have a conversation. So we're not gonna be looking at the chat. That's usually where most of my regulars make fun of me. So that first half hour, we don't look at anything. And then the second half hour, we'll open it up for questions from the chat for Jess. And the focus is gonna be not so much on the fish hobby, but other things Jess does. Jess has a lot of other interests that I know about already. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to me. So hi, Jess.
Hey. Am I hung, stuck?
Nope, you sound fine now.
So good.
So let's see.
I
know you live in Louisiana. Up there, you got a little hung up.
Hey, Rico, let me come down and then restart my computer and come back up. Sometimes that does fix it. Okay, so it's gonna take me just a few minutes. Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, do what
back up.
Okay.
Okay, let me try that.
Okay. Hi. So I went to my very first fish swap today. That was pretty cool. Place Cicero, New York. About an hour. I think it was without all the stops, it was about an hour and 15 minutes from us. Hour and 20 minutes, something like that. North of Syracuse, New York. Pretty cool. It was put on by the Central New York Aquarium Society, which I'm now a member of. I joined them today. So that's the first fish club I've ever been a member of, too. That was pretty neat. I did get a tank, this little 29-gallon right here. It had a lid and a couple of old plastic lights. And it's the old, heavier type tank. It's real thick glass. That thing's friggin' heavy. It's not like I have another 29 that weighs probably half as much as that one does. But I got the tank, a couple of lights. I got a couple of long fin albino bristlenose. I got I thought I put it here. I got a book. And the books they were giving away if you just made any kind of donation. So that was pretty cool. They had quite a few good books, but I didn't want to, I just want to take the whole thing, but I didn't want to be a pig. So I grabbed one. So I guess as we're waiting on Jess to come back up, let's go ahead and run through and say some highs. Crebensis was first in today. And Crebensis also was first to comment on that fish swap video too today. So all over it. Skipper, good to see you, buddy. Skull Aquatics, hey. John McKenzie. Paul, good to see you, Paul Sotero. Let's see, Chubz, what's up, dude? Chubz, I got to get you on the list too. I really would like to interview you pretty soon too. Trevor Gregori's here. Patty has to lurk. Let's see, Darlene's Tanks. It's been a while. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a little while, so that's good. Adjusting his Loctite device. Yep. Kent's Fish. Kent's Fish. I don't know that I know you, Kent. If I don't, hi, welcome. The name is very familiar, but I don't know. Maybe I know you from another name or whatever, but it's nice to know you. Nice to meet you. Patrick Hardy, how you doing? Adele, good to see you. Let's see. I think there's Steven. And it's Steven, not Stefan. Do it right. Jesse from JN Aquarium, good to see you, buddy. And there's Ricky. Jeannie Campbell. Is it Jeannie or is it Jeanne? No, it's Jeannie, right? Jeannie Campbell. Jeannie Campbell. Jeez. Let's see, just jumped on me here. We said hi to Patrick. Not Nola Jane, good to see you. Craig Broderick, one of our Australian friends. Diego, always good to see Diego. Yep. Diego, how close are you to your 500? I haven't looked. I haven't done much this week. It was a really busy week. So Diego's got a big giveaway going when he hits his 500 subs, and it's going to be a big one. So how close are you there? Jen Yu? Let's see. And I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. Oh, there's Bruiser. Bruiser, I saw you on a stream the other day. And we look like brothers, I think. If you're who I'm thinking of, we look like brothers. Patrick Hardy, thanks for the stickers. You rock. I don't remember sending them out. Did I send you stickers, Patrick? Jesus, I just got my stamps. Oh, I didn't think I sent you stickers yet, Patrick. I thought you were on my list. Maybe I did that and I don't remember. It happens when you get old. Let's see. Dan Slee, always good to see you. And I think I got everybody. Jess should be back up in a minute. And I apologize for this. It happens, right? It's partly my fault. We started very late. I never sent her the link, the invite link to come up because I'm such an amateur. So back to the fish swap thing. It was pretty cool. It was pretty small, but it was still a lot of cool fish there. Tons of different guppies and stuff. I really didn't have any room for anything else. This is going to be a breeding project for my Bosemani rainbows. Oh, and I got a really large Daphnia culture, 2 separate ones. So I'm going to, try and keep a Daphnia culture, and I think I'm going to do that outside. Let's see. Diego says 43 away from 500. Okay, and again, Diego is doing a massive giveaway. If you're not subscribed to Diego, first of all, you should just go subscribe to him because he's a great guy, good content. And Diego has his own store. He sells stuff, but he's doing a very big giveaway when he hits his 500. What did I just see? I skipped over it. Oh, Minister Brandon. Hey there. Nice to see you. Mike sent us over. All right. Grumpy Mike. Grumpy Mike. I do miss the Grumpy Mike name. He needs to switch back to that. Lori, Monster Fish Girl. Hey, Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's good to see you. Great on cleaning up green water tanks. See, Dan, I have a kiddie pool that I put outside. And I was going to put, actually, I did put guppies in it today. And it's definitely green water. I thought about putting the Daphnia in there instead. But I think I'm going to put something else outside and put the Daphnia outside since we're done with cool weather. Well, that's not true. Today was like 90 degrees upstate New York. That's pretty hot for upstate New York. Same with tomorrow. Nights aren't too bad. We get down into the 60s. But the 70s are coming back. There's a 70-degree day coming up. So 90 today, and we still have 70s. And at night, it can get down into the, I think the lows will be in the 50s, maybe right about 50, though. So it's great sleeping weather. All right, let's see. We said hi to Shanana and Dan. We said that. Wednesday, I have my first interview on your channel, Ricky. And if you do, who is it? Your little self-promotions, okay? Yeah, do that up. Tell us who it is and stuff. Magna Daphnia from Carolina Research. I got mine. This guy, he actually has a website. It's like MRV. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, MRVAquatics.com. I believe that's the name. His name is Mike. He's actually the editor of the newsletter for the Fish Club. He's got a bunch of articles on there that look pretty informative and well written on his website, and he sells all kinds of different cultures, white worms and Daphnia. What else did he have? He had some other stuff there too. Good morning, Lori. You're the best. I agree. She's the best, but there's so many good ones. But Lori's definitely up there. She's definitely up there. We said hi to Steven. Let's see. Skull. Oh, Bob. Hey, Bob. Good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you all week. It was just a busy week. You know what's sort of heartwarming though is, even Steven said it in another stream we were in today. People were asking about me because I wasn't around for a week. I was just busy. That was it. There was no health issues. I just had a lot going on this week. My oldest son was moving from one house to another one they just bought in far upstate New York. He's like 20 miles from the Canadian border, but farther up around the lake, not too far from Angus, Bottom Dwellers Aquatics. So it was just a busy week, though. I had that, and there was a bunch of car stuff that happened, mechanics, and just all kinds of different stuff. And my son is working now, but he doesn't drive yet, so there's just a bunch going on. So that's the only reason I was away from things this week. This next week will get a lot better, and I'll still be around and stuff. All right. Paul's going to my first club social auction next Thursday at Raleigh Aquarium Society. Very cool. Very first one ever? Paul, I know you've been around in the hobby for quite a while, so I would have assumed that you've gone to other ones. That's very cool, though. I bet you're looking forward to it. I can't wait to go to the actual first meeting for the Aquarium Society. That's in September, late September. I think they said the third Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's in the middle of the week. Again, it's quite a bit of a drive, but if it's once a quarter or once every couple of months, not a big deal. I'll try to make as many as I can, just so I can be face to face with other fishy jerks. Oh, Vinny, very cool, Ricky. You got Vinny on your channel. Very nice. Ricky, Vinny's a good guy. So is Ricky. Very cool. Hopefully, I'll be able to watch that one. A lot of your times are just off for me personally. There's always something else that comes up or whatever it is. I don't mean to, I don't mean to miss your streams. I always like watching your streams, but the times are bad. And John, I think Jess ditched you. Well, rebooting her computer. Maybe it's taking a while. Make sure I don't have any messages that I'm horrible at looking on Facebook for messages. Hey, Big Tank Hank's in the house. Good to see you. What did you just do the other day I was watching I really liked? I've seen a lot of your stuff, but you just did something the other day that I was like, man, that was really cool. And I don't remember what it was, Hank. You did something the other day that I really liked. Okay. Let's see. Chalupa No Tomatoes, good to see you. Mr. Gromby, I think it's the first time I've seen you here. I've seen you on the Terry stream a few times, so hi. Daniel Velez, hey, buddy. It's good to see you. Hi, Jess.
Any better?
Let's see. I think it's better.
I think so, too. Okay,
good. Yeah, there we go.
Our fingers crossed. Hey, y'all, I'm so sorry.
I did some juggling. I took my shirt off. It was a whole thing.
Dang, I missed that.
No, you didn't miss it. It was good for you to be gone. Good for you to be gone. Okay. Don Gallagher says, I have beard envy. I think I've seen your beard, Mr. ZZ Top, and I don't think you have anything to be envious of. All right. So I'm going to stop looking at the chat. Hi, Jess. Welcome back. So let's see. You live in Louisiana. Uh-oh.
I do.
I think it's doing it again. Maybe not.
Maybe just a little bit.
Okay. We'll make do. We'll make
roll
it.
So yeah, I live in the northern part of Louisiana, so which is different than Chubz. Chubz is in the southern, I'm in the northern, and we've always said that Alexandria is that breaking point when it comes to language barrier per se. The Cajun accent down there, and up here you've got more of a Texas, what we call it, the Arklatex. So it's not as twangy as Texas can get. It's not as hillbilly per se as like Mississippi can get. It's kind of there in the middle.
Gotcha. And I see that. I mean, Chubz definitely has an accent. It comes and goes. You know, like he said, it's usually when he's had a few adult beverages, it really comes on strong. And but yeah, I can definitely hear the Chubz says, I'm in the real Louisiana.
Whatever.
Now,
you just wish you could have all three to the name, Art Latex.
Now, there's what, 4 of you that live in Louisiana? You got Patrick Hardy, you got Chubz, you got you've got Steven.
Well, Patrick actually lives in Texas, but he's from Louisiana, so Sweet County was one of ours. Greg the guy. Yep. Me and Chubz, and there is actually oh my goodness, I can't think of his name. He shows up on my morning stream through Facebook a lot. He's in Louisiana. There's like 5, 6 of us now. So more and more showing up.
Crawling out of the woodwork.
Yeah, maybe it's keep saying I'm going to put up a sign at my LFS, letting everybody know, hey, there is a fish tube.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny because a lot of the people I talked to today, fish keepers that have been around forever, have their own websites and things, just don't do anything on YouTube. Just hardly any of them was. KGE Aquatics was there, and they do some things on fish tube, but that I think was the only person.
Oh wow!
There was a young kid who really doesn't. He wants to do more on YouTube. He was selling some plants and stuff, and he actually has a website. I think it was like James Plants or JamesAquariumPlants.com, something like. It's in the video.
Wow.
Super nice kid. Was a young kid. Him and his cute little girlfriend. They had a booth set up and were super nice. And I actually had a little interview with them, so that was cool. Anyways, sorry, didn't mean to get off on a tangent there.
No, hey. We need all the kids we can get. I mean, we really do. We need all the kids we can get. I wish my son would get in it, but
yeah, same here. I know.
No.
I'll be all excited about something that's happening in a fish room, and I'll tell my daughter, and she's like, "Oh,
yeah, great,
that's awesome, that's good."
Mom's done lost it now. That's what they say. Mom's done really fell off the deep end now.
Or my wife, I'll hold up my phone and say, "Check this out," and she'll go, "Is it another fish pic?" And one of these times I need to take a picture of some body anatomy or something, and say, "No, look at this."
Right?
She's tired of the fish, I think so.
Hey, their eyes get real big, yeah.
And she's seen it. So, you're married.
I am.
To a police officer.
Yes, he's a deputy sheriff. Because we've got parishes in Louisiana, so we have to live in the parish that he is the deputy of, and that is just because of the sheriff. That's what he decided. But so he's been, I guess, a sheriff 17 years. Yeah, and we've been married 17 years. I think 17 years together, 19. I think. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I kind of forgot how many years after 10.
Yeah, it happens. So he's been a sheriff for almost the entire time that you've been together.
The entire time. Yeah, the entire time. We started dating, and he had moved from one parish to Bossier Parish, and then had only been at Bossier Parish for a few months when I met him in December of 2004.
And how did you meet him?
I was actually working at one of the river boats, and I worked in the cage. And it's a bank, y'all. It's a bank.
Yeah. Yeah, not the cage that you see at the stripper club.
Exactly. I see my phone is a lot at us. Sorry, I meant to turn that off.
His name is James, right?
Joe.
I knew it was one of those.
Right.
I see him come into your streams once in a while and tell you to give the dog the hot dog,
Yeah. Well, that is okay. So that is James McCoy, and that is my brother-in-law.
Oh.
He lives with us too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so that it makes sense why you would have thought that. But yeah, I have my husband is Joe, and then my brother-in-law is James, and he's the one that comes into chat and tells me to give Gracie her hot dog.
Because that's his dog now, right?
His dog, yeah, yes.
Gotcha. And you also have just the one son?
Me and Joe have one son, which is Landon, which is the one that everybody's kind of seen on and off of here.
Yeah.
I have two older boys from my first marriage.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And they are, let's see, Colton's fixing to be 22 in June, and Tristan will be 20.
Gotcha.
So.
And do they live around you somewhere?
They do.
So you can see them once in a while?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Colton moved out again not too long ago, so I see him a lot. But
gotcha. It's maybe even a little too much, huh?
Nah. I don't think a mom ever can see them enough once they leave the nest.
Yeah.
Especially a boy, because golly, what is that saying? A girl, I'll have a daughter forever, but a mom won't have a son forever because she'll, he gets married to his wife, and then the mom.
Oh, gotcha.
So I don't know. There's a saying that goes with that. It's way better than the way I just did it. Yeah. But
I agree with you though, because my son didn't live that far away. He was probably, I don't know, 30 miles at the most. And we saw him 3 times a year.
Yeah.
And that bothered my wife. She would actually drive down. I saw him 3 times a year.
Right.
She would actually drive down and go see him and stuff. And he just moved about 3 hours away from us. So.
And you'll probably see him 3 times a year.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that, but it does really bother her. And I get it. I mean, I love the hell out of my son.
Oh yeah.
We're almost identical. We're just like talking to myself sometimes, but but I'm okay with seeing him 3 times a year, and she's not.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a mom thing. I don't think
it is. There's a closeness you guys have.
Yeah.
That, because we didn't carry him.
Right. Yeah. There's that bud bond.
Okay, so you've got there's 3 kids all together, 1 between you and your current husband.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I got distracted by the chat.
Darlene's Tanks hit it right on. A daughter's your daughter all your life. A son's your son until he takes a wife.
That makes sense.
That's it. Yep. Gotcha, Darlene.
He'll have another, and it's good to see Darlene too.
Yes, it is.
I've seen Darlene for a while, so. But that makes sense because most guys really have one woman in their life that they focus on.
Yes.
So,
and it's that's life.
So let's talk about hobbies. I know you have a lot of hobbies outside of fish keeping.
Yeah. So I'm one of those people that will I get into something and I dive into it like head first, and I don't do a lot of like researching before it, and so I learn as I go.
Gotcha. And
the only thing would be with horses is one of them, but horses is more lifestyle, especially if you grow up doing it. It's like
you did grow up with horse? Okay.
I did grow up. I cut my teeth on the saddle horn.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got, my mom has got pictures, and there wasn't video then really, but pictures of me running barrels when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
Of course, by myself.
Yeah. So it's second nature now. I mean,
it is. Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't compete right now, but as of a year ago, I was still barrel racing.
Yeah.
And then with the pandemic and everything, shut everything down. So we just kind of haven't really gotten back into it. Of course, the price of everything's gone sky high.
Yeah.
So, even my, I give lessons as well. So even my girls, they're not hauling as much either. Just the price of everything's gone up so much.
They're not what?
They're not hauling, which means they're not competing. Hauling, like hauling their trailers down the road and their horses.
Oh, hauling. Okay.
Hauling,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard it used that way
before. We use when you're competing a lot, really instead of competing, you're hauling. You're all the time you're hauling.
That makes sense. Yeah, because you're hauling a friggin' trailer. So hey, there's Ed. Oh yeah, Ed. Here it is. Where's Ed's shirt today?
There you go. I get to see Ed in let's see how many days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 days.
Yeah, nice. I'm jealous. You're gonna get to hang out with a lot of cool people. I really would like to go. Peck Tech and James and Ed and.
I've always wondered what it would feel like. Of course, Kenny came to my house. That was like my turf, right?
Yeah.
But I've always wondered what it's going to feel like to actually, see you guys face to face, to meet y'all face to face. I told my husband, I was like, I'm going to be like sweaty palms and shaking and be like, oh, little girl, giggly, and
yeah.
These people are going to actually think I'm a lunatic.
Yeah. It's because it is. There's some anxiety there when you're meeting these people that you sort of know, right?
Yeah.
You sort of know them. You've hung around them enough. They know you. They can see you and know who you are. And,
but it's different face to face.
Which reminds me, today when I was at that fish swap, I met somebody that had watched my streams. She was a subscriber of mine, and it was just weird to me, you know. I don't have that many, so how weird is it? I guess it's not that weird considering, you know, it's all fish stuff. But she was a follower of Rachel, a sub of Rachel's, and Rachel shared out that I, you know, was interviewing her, and she came over and liked what she saw, so she stuck around. Super nice lady, but it was very cool that I just was like, she goes, "Oh yeah, I watched you," and I was like, "Oh my," you know, "Oh my."
That's cool.
It's the first time that ever happened. So.
Yeah, that I don't know. Of course, I haven't run anybody around here yet. I've brought people through Facebook to my channel, but I haven't like run into anybody yet.
Face to face. Yeah. I bet it's going to happen. I mean, you're up above me, so you know, I'm sure it's going to happen. But
I don't know how.
Oh, you've got great stuff. You know, like I said in the description, you do a stream every day during the week. Most days, I mean, unless something comes up, right?
Yeah.
So it's 10 o'clock Eastern time, right? 9 o'clock yours?
Yes.
Or 10:30?
Nope, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. And that's Monday through Friday. And there's always 30, 40, 50 people in there, and it's always a lot of fun. The conversation, you know, ranges just like a lot of people. There's a lot of fish content, but there's a lot of other stuff. It's fun.
It definitely can go from one to the other. But I enjoy it.
You do a good job.
Well, thank you.
I think you make a good host. You and Chubz, your show on Monday nights, it's always really enjoyable. Unfortunately, I don't get to watch it that often because I go to bed. But especially on Chubz. You know, Chubz. I like Chubz a lot, but I hardly get to watch his live stream because I always have to catch the replay because I
wish you two would figure out a way that like me and you being on this, how instead of like it would be like maybe the next hour, you know, I would go like me and Chubz do, how we could combine it and it not be like we both get the credit.
Yeah.
Same hour if we're both on and we agree to it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. A real collaboration, not just an informal one that we do, but something that's sort of a process that you would have to do.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. They should do that.
Yeah, I really do. I think they should. But
well, let's get away from that and get back to the barrel racing and stuff. So barrel racing is the one where they're actual barrels and you have to make it around and it's a course and you just have to have the best time. Yeah,
it's called a cloverleaf pattern, which I really don't know how they really ever came up with that. But it's called a cloverleaf pattern, and you got to make one turn to the right and 2 turns to the left, or vice versa. You've got to make 1 turn to the left and 2 turns to the right. Gotcha. And it all depends on your horse because horses are, as we are, right and left-handed.
Very cool.
And so when you're training them, you find out which way they lope circles the best to, and that would decide on which way you want to take them into the first barrel at. Gotcha.
See, that's 2 things I've learned tonight: hauling and 2 rights and a left.
That's right. That's
very cool. And do you do anything else with is there any other type of racing or anything else you do with the horses?
Yeah, well, I didn't jockey, but I was called a hot walker. Even though you don't walk anything, you exercise the horse during the week, not on the track so much, but you can be on the track, but not as much, usually in the breezeways. And you're riding colts that the main jockeys, wouldn't be riding. I did that for a little while because I'm tiny, and they had to put I think what the weight is 22 or something like that, but they put sandbags on the saddles to make the weight for every horse be the same weight.
Oh, okay.
So jockeys, you want them to, I don't remember exact weight. You want them to weigh below 100. That way you can evenly put the sandbags, where you need them on each side of the horse, because it all makes a difference. And I was right there at that 100 to 109-ish mark. And so I did that for about a year. And you talk about early hours. Good God Almighty, I've never got that. I'm glad to be away from that life. That's for sure.
Now, do you think that has any bearing on why you stay up so late? Because I know sometimes you stay up all night doing stuff.
Now I do. So I find that I can get more accomplished at night for whatever reason. Whether it's being off the phone or not being on YouTube.
yeah, that does take up some time.
It does. I tend to get more accomplished, and it's peaceful. Of course, then it drives me crazy the next day because I'm so darn tired, especially if I got to go to work. And then I'll do that for about 2 days, and then the next day I'm crashed.
So you don't sleep at all for 2 days sometimes?
Sometimes.
Woo, I don't know how you do it. Oh, and before I forget, I haven't been 100 pounds since I was like 3 years old. I mean, that was the last time I was 100 pounds. Just want to throw that out there.
Well, I don't know, since I started having kids, I haven't been that. Well, no, I take that back because I did jockey right after my first one. But since then, I'm not that anymore. But I'm still small.
We do have something else in common, though, because I was a hot walker as well, but it was in a different field. So yeah. I'll go into that.
Yeah, he said if he figured I'd be too tall to be a jockey. No, I'm actually 5'2". It doesn't have anything to do with your height.
It's all about the weight.
It's only on your weight and how much sandbags weight they can evenly distribute on each side.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So what other stuff besides the horses or livestock do you have any other types of hobbies that you're really into? Fishing?
Well, I did just get rid of my cows. So I had my cows finally 4 years ago. I was able to purchase my own herd, and we had 25 cattle, 1 bull, and then of course every year they'd have calves. And I did have a government loan that I was able to get that had like 2% interest rate. It was like awesome. And I made a 1 payment a year. That was when I sold my calves. And then I had, the rest of it to do whatever I wanted to with, or, whatever. And lost my lease this year. So the old man, he's 86 years old. And so I can't blame him for wanting to get out of the business, because we were I had my cows, he had his cows. But I watched over his cows, and that was the deal. So I didn't have to pay lease or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
I watched his cows. When he got rid of his cows, well, that kind of, so wanted too much for the land that he kept pushing me off. So anyway, it was just better to get rid of them.
Oh, that sucks.
I can come back later. I can always buy more cattle. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just sold my cattle, and let's see, the horses, cows. Oh, my dogs.
Awesome dogs too. I love those little corgis.
Yes, I raise Pembroke Welch corgis, and it's kind of a weird deal because you got 2 kinds of corgis. You've got Pembroke and you've got Cardigan.
And Jess's pigs.
What's that?
He calls them my pigs.
Oh.
They will. The reason he says that is because they will. You can train them with food. They are so food oriented. It is. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah. So, but you've got Pembroke and you've got Cardigan corgis. But they're still corgis. The Cardigan corgi is a little bit bigger and has a tail, or you keep the tail. The Pembroke is a little smaller and you dock the tail.
Gotcha.
Well, the Cardigan corgis have all of the cool colors, like all the merles and everything. The Pembrokes only have like the fawn and white and the tricolored, and they also have one that's called it's got like a saddle, but it's still just it's like in between a fawn and white and a tri.
Okay.
So to be able to get Pembrokes to have those cool colors that the Cardigans have, somewhere you got to start breeding in some Cardigan to get the color. And so they're calling those American designer corgis. And they are registered. They're CKC.
Yeah.
Lena, which is the female that I kept, would be what, my F2, my F1. It'd be the female, and the males would be the F1. So Lena's the F2. So when I breed Lena, I'll breed her back to a Pembroke. Keep our fingers crossed we get more Pembroke bloodline, but we still keep the Merle color. And that's where you kind of go with it. You want to keep the Pembroke body, but we want the color. And so still register them. And
so they're the dog version of guppies.
Exactly.
They're guppy dogs. Is there one close by? One of the puppies close by?
She is probably.
Do you have? Did you kept one, right? You're keeping one.
I did keep one. Where's Lena at? Can I have her, please? Thank you. Please let her out. We'll let her out. Thank you. Should be.
Sorry, didn't make me to make you do some work there.
No. She just got through eating, so we put her in her kennel because all the other dogs want to get her food.
Oh yeah,
like way better. And so she just got through eating, but she's done eating, and she's just still in her kennel. He's to let her out of kennel. She'll come here.
I absolutely love them. Just like Carrie's, Science Gal Aquatics. She has those. Shih Tzu. No, what are they? Inu.
Yeah, I can't say it either, but it's.
The little white one was it looked like a little polar bear. I wanted it so bad.
She sent me a video of them, not as they were being born, but like right after. And it's like, you jinxed me. You have puppies, so now I need it.
We used to have huskies when I lived in Arizona, and I actually sat inside the dog house while the mom had the babies. I was in there right by her when she was having them. The first one was mine. I got to pick the first one, and I took the very first one. His name was Bear, and I held him while she licked stuff off him and everything, which was gross, but it was still very cool to be involved. Her dog was he was so protective of me and my wife and kids. Well, kid at the time.
I think that if you know you're going to keep one, like I knew that with Lena, if Rainey had a blue Merle female, it was mine, whether or not she had one or not. But if she did, she was mine. And so I think that when they're born and you're keeping them, and I think there's an additional bond there.
Gotcha.
Like with Rainey, of course, her mom, I'm like, that's my dog. Like she is mine. But with Lena, it is a little different. And Lena is very much, she's my dog. Like, have a real quick, please.
I just love dogs. Just having them in the house. We've got 3. We've got 2 pugs and a little Chihuahua Papillon mix. And we got a cat, too. I'm just not as much a cat person. I love the dogs a lot more. But our cat he's like 19 years old. Oh, look at! Wait, we gotta make this big. We gotta say hi.
There she is.
Oh.
See, look. I know.
Oh,
yes, girl.
Gorgeous.
That's my girl.
Oh.
Look at this one, Lena. Her ears are a little bit bigger. Her ears are a little bit bigger than her mom's. I'll show you her mom in just a minute. There's Gracie. She said, "Don't pick me up."
No, you're my baby.
Yeah, like I got 5 dogs in my house, y'all.
It's fun though. I love having.
I do.
You couldn't see
hair. The dog hair can definitely be hard to wrangle, especially because corgis shed like huskies. Okay, they have that undercoat. Come here, Rainey. Come here.
I think. I think most of ours is just my hair. Actually, I think I think I shed more than the dogs. Look at that,
this is Mama.
Right. We got to go back to Solo. There we go.
Yeah, see, this is Mama.
Oh, look at those eyes.
Yeah, this is Rainey, and see, her ears are a little bit smaller than Lena's, but they still have big ears. That's why no one know. This is Mama. This is Rainey.
She's gorgeous.
But she's a ham right now. She had them puppies, and did nothing but gain weight since. She's a ham right now. We think that she was stealing. I have another corgi right here. Actually, Caliber, come here. Oh, here we go. Here's the third one. This is Caliber.
Oh.
Yeah.
Caliber?
Yeah, this is Landon's puppy. Well, he's not a puppy anymore. Look me in the eyeball.
Yeah.
He's
been there, done that. Not your eyeball. I've had my eyeball licked.
Yeah, this is Caliber. Here, do it in front of the screen. Look at the screen. There we go. Got a treat and we're looking at the screen.
Wait. I was too slow.
Look. Caliber, look right here. Look right here.
Caliber.
There we go. Look at quit. You're doing that. Stop. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Landon's male dog, and he's also a he's like Lena. He's got some cardigan in him.
Gotcha.
But he didn't come out with the merle color. He came out with the tricolor, like his mama. So Lena's the first one I got with the merle color. And there's Gracie.
And what are your chances of getting the merle from the next batch? I mean, are they high or?
No, it's not that high because the dad is a merle, but his dad is a tri. And so it's not a very high chance to get one. But with Lena being a merle, I can't breed her to another merle because there's something with merles that if you cross them, it's like what we call in the horse world a lethal white, and you can get puppies that are born gone or with extra toes, all that stuff. So can't breed mer to merle, and but I can breed her to a tri that parents were merles.
Gotcha.
And then we've got a high percentage for merles. So
Gotcha.
That's the plan with Lena. And I'm gonna breed Rainy back to Lena's dad again. So we'll see if we get another merle that way too.
So it really is just like guppies. I mean, once if you've bred guppies for specific things, then you at least have a handle on what you're doing with those as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Don Slee said that the merle is dominant, but you want to avoid the homozygous offspring.
Yeah.
Like with Rainy, because it was her dad, or I don't know, it is like guppies. Like you got two tries and you got a merle. Well, the two tries are going to bring more tries than a merle. You breed a merle to a parent, breed a merle. Try. Its parents were merles. You have a high percentage of getting merles. Yeah,
see, this is how you must have felt when we were talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
For me, trying to understand, that's how you felt.
Yeah. But look, horses are the same way. So I didn't come into dog genetics or guppy genetics completely blindsided because horse color genetics are the same.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I was trying, my mom raises and breeds horses, and she's got a blue roan. So there with that blue color, you're playing with other colors, and you have to watch for that lethal white gene.
Gotcha.
Same thing, just different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Species ain't even the word. It would be something. I don't know.
At least the idea is there, though. You've got
right.
the idea of what you're doing.
Yeah. When I was in school, I was taking college credits to go in to be a veterinarian.
Oh, cool.
And
same with my daughter. My daughter wanted to do that too.
And life got in the way, and I decided to have kids first.
Yeah.
And then not go back to school for that many years.
Yeah, so, it is a long time.
Yeah, when I went back to college, I didn't want to go back for that many years. So.
You seem like you'd be well suited, but yeah, it is a long time. So
yeah, I did work for many a vet. Most of them were large, but even with large, you get into the small animals too. Mini vet, but yeah.
My daughter was 100% set on being a vet for the longest time. She went to college for it.
Yeah.
She's finished her first 4 years, but now she wants to be a a corner. So
that is such a wild, from vet to corner. That's
she saw.
I would like to pick her brain on that one day. You know?
She saw an ad in a paper just the other day for corners. No, for an autopsy assistant, and one of the requirements was must be good with a bone saw and must be willing to wash brains. And she was like, she was all about it. She was like, oh, I want to do that. So I think I'm raising a psychopath.
I think that they can. I think if people like your daughter and that do that, I think they are able to disassociate.
I think so too.
Brain from brain, you know, I really do. They're good at disassociating that, and that's how they're so good at it. That's my thinking on it, though.
I agree with you. And she works in the medical field now. So she works at a cardiologist office. So she deals with medical issues now, and I just wonder how she looks at her patients if she ever thinks about, take his brain out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah. That's a good bless them, people. That's all I can say.
We need to have them, so it's
got to have them, because if not, it'd fall on the backs of everybody's families like it used to in the day.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I don't want to be the one out there digging a 6-foot hole. Not for any of my family members.
All right, let's see. We talked about let's talk about what you're currently doing for a living. I know you do landscaping.
I do. Yeah.
Is landscaping the main focus? Because you also sell fish and you make a little bit of money on the side there.
Right. Yeah, so I've done landscaping for years now, and getting older, and it's really hard to find people that will work right now, period, but that will work, period. And so that's been my hardest thing to deal with owning a landscaping company, is finding men that can even work with me, not outdo me, but like they can't even get up.
They can't keep up with you.
Right. Yes, exactly. And we're talking even youngins, they just don't have the drive, and it's just a different generation. Gotcha. And and people my age now, you're not going into landscaping at this age. You're just not happening. You're not doing it.
Not unless you're just buying a company and having other people do all the stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm trying to wiggle my way out of it eventually, soon. But I do have a select few of customers that I do still take care of. And I will take on a small new design every now and then. But I pick and choose my work. I don't have to take everything per se.
Yeah. Which is good, because that would suck. Because there's just some jobs that either the people are horrible or whatever. There's something about the job that just sucks. Yeah, and it's nice that you can pick and choose.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you getting into, now I know you sell some fish, and I did put in the description, I put your website. So
thank you.
I know you've got some guppies, and I bought crebensis from Jess. Right. I just called you Jeff. I bought crebensis from Jess. That are doing awesome. They're in the 75 that's hidden by that chair, but they're doing great. I did lose one of them right after shipping, but that happens. Yeah,
that's why I send extra.
Yeah, and you did. Yeah, that was awesome. They look great. There's sometimes I just sit and look at them, and the colors are just right. They're awesome.
They're a neat fish. I ended up with that. I ended up with so many of them. Yeah. I still have some. I've still probably got 50 left. Nice. But I've got, we had 2 mishaps trying to get them to Jen, up in Pennsylvania, HSF more.
And she's in New York.
Okay, New York.
Buffalo. Yeah, she's in Buffalo.
Well, we tried twice getting them up there to her. One time was the weather just plummeted on us, and the heat pack couldn't keep up with the weather outside. And then the second time, the mail decided to keep them an extra 4 days. So hopefully this week, they'll get there fine.
That sucks. I mean, it sucks for everybody involved, you know.
Yes.
You hate to be the one that killed the fish, but at the same time, you hate to receive the fish that are, you know, it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you're in the business of shipping fish, it's gonna happen. You know.
Sometimes you eat it, but you do the best you can. And you did ship, you know, again, Jess did ship what she sent to me very well. It was well packed, and absolutely love those crevenzas. They're just so cool. They're one of my favorite fish currently.
Thank you. I've got their crevenzas, and I've got my guppies.
Yeah.
You
got rid of a lot of the guppies, though, right? A lot of different strains.
I do. I have downsized on the amount of strains I have because when I jumped in, like I said, I jumped in going 90 to nothing, and I had 17 different strains of guppies.
Wow.
And that's just too many to try to keep right.
Yes. That's a lot of culling.
Yes. It's a lot of culling, and it's a lot of tanks.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. You know, that's one of those things I learned as I went, and I didn't know it. So I have downsized, and I've only got, I think I've only got 5 pure strains. I have 2 strains that I'm working on creating. But the other 5 are pure straight line guppies and are breeding true and everything. Gotcha. So, and then my new thing are the killies.
Are the what?
Killies.
Oh, nice. That's funny because I want to jump into killies too. I was watching something just like 2 weeks ago, and I got just hooked on the idea of killies. So which ones do you have?
I have the oh my gosh, now I'm not gonna remember. The Miko Red, the Pulches.
Yeah. I suck at pronouncing them too.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat will tell us.
Yeah, and then my favorite, my special one is my blue Galaris.
And that's right. I think it was actually on your stream. You were telling me that you bought some of those. Did you get them from a guy on Get Gills?
No. Okay, so the first 2, the Miko Reds, the Pulp. Why can't I remember the freaking name of them? I got 3 of them from the guy on Get Gills. And in fact, one of them is still in egg form. And those are Garden Eye Gold.
Okay.
So we'll hopefully, with about 2 weeks, when I get back from Aquashella, we should be getting close to them being ready. But I got the blue Galaris from Jason. Redfish, bluefish.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Good in fact, he was doing his stream, and he reopened the shop, and I was on there, and I was actually on there looking for a pistos, and ran across this guy, and it said when I went to buy him, it said gone. You know, none available, and I was like, wait. No way. So I called Jason. I was like, hey, I want this. And it only says there's one available. Does that mean that that's a pair or that's one fish? And he said, no, that is a pair. And that was a pair that he actually has eggs from at his shop now.
Oh,
so it's a breeding pair, proven to be a breeding pair.
Nice.
So I think the short that I did on them came out right before this stream, actually.
Oh, yeah. I watched that. Yeah, it was a premiere.
Yes.
I watched that.
And I'm going to do an unboxing for it. I just work YouTube every day and special ones here and there. And then Monday nights, it's hard to get movies out, get extra videos out, even though I've got them recorded.
Yeah. Just all the uploading and getting them taken care of.
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you what, the uploading and the downloading takes way longer than it does to even put it together.
Oh, yeah. For certain places.
Yeah, I mean, I can pretty much get that done quick. The uploading and the downloading is what takes so long for me.
And we've got great internet here, so that's actually not a huge concern for me. But I don't edit much, anyways. my editing is splicing stuff together and putting my intro at the beginning.
Yes.
And that's all I do. I don't.
Yeah.
There's some people, a lot of people in the chat that do an amazing job, and
Yes,
they create professional things. And I will never be that guy, even though I know how to do that. I'm a computer guy. I know how to do all that stuff, but I don't want to. I'm too damn lazy. I don't want to do it.
I like doing it. I just don't have time, and I'm not a computer person, so I have to learn everything. And a lot of times I learn it by happening upon it. It's not that I, researched it and figured it out or anything. I just happened upon it. Or I asked somebody. Mike helped me with the new intro that I had on the last video and outro. He helped me on that, but
Gotcha. Mike, Florida Fish Rescue, Mike?
Correct. Yeah. Florida Fish Rescue. And I'm actually going to go. So after Aquashella, which is Saturday and Sunday, I'm going down there, which is another 4 hours southeast of Orlando. And we're going to go down there and spend the day and go collecting and letting Landon, go in the ocean. He's going to take us to a, not so public beach and all that.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool to meet him and everything. So
yeah, I would like to meet Mike.
Yeah, I'll be excited. I'm excited. I'll get to see everybody there, and then I'll get to go down there and go collecting with them.
That's going to be a Fish Fam weekend, man.
Yes, it's. I think all of those sensors are going to just be blown by the time
You're going to be exhausted. It's going to take you a week just to recover.
Exactly, yeah. But I'm going to have to go back to work to freaking help pay for everything.
Yeah. That stream with from Jason, Redfish, Bluefish, I actually tried to buy some killies too, but he was having problems with shipping, so it said he couldn't ship to my area.
Oh, dang.
And he's getting it sorted out, and I think I am going to buy some killies from him.
Yeah. It's definitely a learning curve for me because of the eggs. Like right now, I had the 3 that I have that are already, alive. They're not in egg form. I had nice planted tanks ready for them. I had 2 10-gallons, and then the blue went in a 20-gallon because they're the biggest of the killies. He's about a 3-inch fish.
Oh, nice.
And but oh my God, everything is colored. He's so pretty. But I have nice planted tanks ready for them. Well, I get them, and then I'm like, because I had plans on them in my brain, breeding and everything in the tanks, raising their young, everything in the tanks. Gotcha. Then the more I learn, some of them have to have a dry period for the eggs. Some don't. Some can raise them in tank. They're all different.
Yeah. There's a huge variety there, right?
Yes. And so I'm learning that. And with killies, you don't have, like guppies, you've got some time. With killies, you don't have that time with them.
Yeah. It's quick.
So, exactly. And so I'm almost feel pressured because with my blue Galaris, I'm like, I got to get eggs. I got to get babies coming because, I don't know how long he's going to be. And so, like I said, I almost feel pressured with him now, but I did talk to LRB and he told me to pull them out, put them in a 5.5 or 10 and just the spawning mop and let them do their thing. Get your eggs, dry them out, put them back in their nice planted tank for a little while. When you want eggs again, bring them back out, put them in the 5.5, 10 gallons. And that's just with them, though. Now, the one of the set will do it in the tank. They're just all different.
Yeah. So, and that's the fun part of it. The guy at the fish swap today, he's actually the vice president of the club. He asked me if I was interested in killies too. And I said, I just started getting interested.
Yeah.
And he gave me an email address. It's on the book I bought. He didn't really say why. He just said, well, then contact me because I don't know what he's got or anything. Yeah. He didn't. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting some killies from him or what the deal is. But he said if you're interested in killies. So I don't know if he's like a killie specialist or
and then that guy that hit Cunning's Fish is the guy on Get Gills that I got the other killies from. And he
Sounds
has
familiar.
he's got more. He did put some more on there, I think, but I'm gonna stick with what I've got. I was going to buy some more, but then I was like, no, I'm gonna master the 4 I've got, and then I'll move on. But now, as I say that,
oh no.
so they're not Killies, but me and Greg were at we call it the Zone, but it's Pet Zone, which is our LFS, and we met there yesterday, and they had some pygmy sparkling gouramis.
Oh.
And they had 6 of them, which actually there ended up being a 7th. So there's actually 7 of them. And so I did get those, not knowing anything about them.
But you're going to learn.
But I'm going to learn. And on the way home, that's what I was doing. I was, had everything YouTube. And so, yeah. And then Greg picked up, I don't remember what kind of, another nano fish today.
He's in the chat.
Do what?
He's in a chat. He changed his name back.
Greg the Guppy. I like both, but I just, since he had Greg the Guppy guy first, that's just how I'm always going to say it. Yeah. 3G, Greg the Guppy guy. They just go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But
it's actually 7:30.
Oh, wow. That went fast.
Do you still have some more time? We didn't open up to the chat at all. Okay. Yeah. I want to make sure we end by 8 at the very latest, because there's actually Chattanooga Ed and James go at 8 o'clock, and they're doing their salt stream tonight. And also Ricky, RB, geez, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Where are you at, Ricky? Ricky is also doing a stream tonight at 8, I believe. I could be wrong about that. So why don't we, first of all, everybody, again, if you're new to the chat and I didn't say hi to you or whatever, we don't even look at the chat that first. Well, it's usually a half an hour, but this went really quick. There's so much to talk about. But if you've got questions for Jess now, fish related, non-fish related, anything you'd like to know that's not too inappropriate, let's get them. Is there a guppy game?
Open box. So I don't. There ain't nothing. No secret.
And there's Terry.
Life is life.
I'm sorry, I was talking over you. Terry just came in. What did you say?
I said I'm an open book. I said life is life. Everybody lives it. Scarlet Baddis is the one that Greg got today, and so I got he was going to buy the Grammys and then called me and said, hey, I'll give you a few, or I'll let you get a few, and then I ended up getting all of them, and I'm gonna raise them, and then he's got the Scarlet Baddis today, so we're gonna raise them and swap. Oh,
cool. That's so cool. I wish I knew somebody local that I could do that with.
I am glad that I met Greg, because so I did see somebody in chat ask if I have met, or if I have met Chubz in person, face to face, and I have not.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I have not. You would think I have, but I haven't. No, I met Chubz in a stream back when we first started, and we both were about the same time coming into FishTube. And we both recognized, we're both from Louisiana. And I jumped out to him and said, hey, let's do a stream from 2 people from Louisiana. And so, no, I haven't got to meet him yet, but it'll happen.
Patrick Hardy, okay, not a problem. I didn't think I sent him out, but sometimes my wife helps me with stuff like that. And I didn't know if she had taken and sent those out. So I didn't think I sent you stickers, but you'll know mine. This is what I have now. I don't have any prototypes left. So, I mean, you can't really, those aren't going to be like anybody else's.
No, those are big.
They're good sized. Yeah, they're good sized. I had some prototypes too that were really cool, and I might go back to those. And do you have stickers, Jess? There you go. And how do people get stickers from you? Are you saving them for? Okay.
Yeah, you just email me. I usually send them. They definitely get one if they buy something and I ship to them. But yeah, no, if you want one, just email me. I'm gonna take what I got left with me to Aquashella. Yeah. But I'll order some more as soon as I get back. So.
Now, are you planning on doing any streaming or anything from there when you?
I don't know if I'm gonna stream from there.
It might be hard to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is what we thought, because like the morning show, I'll be leaving that Thursday evening. So Friday morning, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the morning show that Friday morning, because I don't know what my service is going to be like.
Yeah.
So if I can get somebody to do the morning show that morning and my service is good, I can come on. But I don't think like I'm going to be able to schedule it for me to be able to do it that morning. And then I don't want to go live because I don't want to surprise somebody that is there and they're working and doing everything hard, and then I pop up and say, "Hey, we're live," and they're like all sweaty, and I don't want to do that because I wouldn't want that done to me. So if I do anything, I'll probably just video it, and then I'll do any stuff when I get back, except for going to the beach with Mike. I may, if cell service is good, I may stream a little bit from there, but
gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think I'm going to.
That makes sense. And besides, you might get somebody on camera who didn't want to be if you're doing it live and they get upset. Maybe they weren't supposed to be there. Their wife didn't know they were there. Or their boss didn't know they were there.
Exactly. So I'm going to try and just, it's going to do my best I can hold myself together and not holding a camera and live. And,
yeah, it's going to be overwhelming. I mean.
Yes. Like,
I'm so jealous. You're going to get to meet so many just awesome people, and I really am jealous. Someday I'm going to go to something. Hopefully they have another thing up here, at least not too far from me, because traveling's a little bit hard. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. This is always the hard part too, because I bet you way back in the chat people had questions for you and they forget or don't save them to the end. Because we rarely get the questions from people.
Right. Stephen P 2003 is also a Louisianian.
Yeah, I mentioned him. Yep. Now Stephen doesn't have much of an accent at all.
No, he's like me. He doesn't have much. Now I do have more of a twang than he does, but Terry said that they're all YouTubers. They're used to it, and I know, but there's going to be so many other people doing that that
everybody's going to have a gimbal and a camera.
Exactly, and I will too. But I'm just gonna not. I'm not gonna. It's gonna record. I'm not gonna go live until we go to the beach. I'll go live there. But
or who knows if it feels comfortable and you're at a spot or something. Did you see Ed's?
If you could take Rico to your favorite restaurant, where would it be, and what would you tell him? Oh my gosh, I'm such a picky eater.
I'm not, so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so my favorite restaurant it's called Posadas, and it's a Mexican restaurant. And all I eat is beef enchiladas or chicken fajita or crunchy tacos.
I'm right there. I love and I miss, here in New York, there are some Mexican restaurants, but when I lived in Arizona, we really got good Mexican restaurants, and it's hard to find good Mexican food up here. It is.
I'm a Tex-Mex girl. I don't like real Mexican food, like the real Mexican food.
Chili rellenos. Oh,
not me. But I'm definitely a Tex-Mex. But don't take me to Taco Bell.
Nice.
I lived on Taco Bell growing up. Lived on it. Every weekend we go out shopping or whatever, and that's where I wanted to eat Taco Bell. Taco Bell. You can't hardly make me eat Taco Bell now.
Yeah. That's like Ed and popcorn.
Yep.
Yeah, the same thing.
I'll talk until I'm with my backwoods family.
There's a place in Queen Creek, Arizona. I don't know if it's still there because we've lived here for 20 years, but it was called Rudy's Diner. It was just a little hole-in-the-wall diner, and they had the best Mexican food ever. I just absolutely loved it. I would go there anytime. And huge portions, and it was cheap as hell and just good. He ate there. Yeah, he knows it.
Steven said, bring in the mistress to the aquatic events. Oh, Lord.
That would be fun.
That's right. Watch out.
Skipper came back in.
Hey, Skip.
Steven said he needs some Fish Fam stickers. Well, Steven, send me an email, rico@ricostand.com. And Jess, do you want to throw yours in the chat? You want to throw your email address in the chat?
Oh, well, I can't. I'm on StreamYard.
Okay.
I can't. But you can. It's Jess Normand at AOL.com.
Spelling's important.
JESSNORMAND.
Okay.
At AOL. And just lives at Taco Bell.
There you go. Yeah, send Jeff an
we'll go eat at a Mexican restaurant this next weekend. Not Taco Bell.
Oh, I'm gonna have to eat something here pretty soon.
Yeah, the other place I like to eat is it's an Italian restaurant, and it's called Carrabba's, and it's got this shrimp scampi with angel hair pasta.
I think Carrabba's is a national chain. I think those are around.
I love that place. And then they have that steak marsala that my husband gets, and then we share.
I don't share food. We don't do that. Like my wife, if she wants something, she's going to buy her own damn food and stay the hell away from mine.
Terry said AOL is still a thing. Yeah, AOL is still a thing. I might have had that email address for, AOL is still a thing.
Yeah. I had one too, a long time. I did have an AOL one. I probably still do. I don't know if people remember, but Lycos, Lycos. Lycos was an internet provider. But they have been gone for a long time. Actually, they're still out there the same way as AOL is, but I still have a Lycos email address.
I can't eat that hot, Patrick. Yeah, I can't eat that hot. El Salvador hot. Ooh.
Yeah, some of it's not hot. Yeah, that's true.
I've
Peppers are still used a lot, though, and it doesn't have to be hot peppers. Like the Fresnos aren't hot, and there's a ton of peppers that aren't hot. Hey, Petraman.
Oh, Petraman reminded me. 2 other fish that I want to get, and I haven't bought because I've been waiting to go to Aquashella. But I want electric blue rams.
Oh yeah, nice.
And then I want discus, but I want the discus that are on Kenny's logo. Oh my gosh!
The German ones?
No, I can't remember the name.
Guru. Hey, Peter, good to see you, buddy.
Peter.
I still have a Hotmail and a live account too. Yeah.
Give Jess.
Dropping the links. Look at him. Look at him.
That's right. I need some more money to go to Aquashella on.
And I forgot to say hi to One Dirty Platty. I hope I didn't miss anybody else that came in too.
What? One Dirty. Can you recommend a good hairbrush?
A good horse brush.
A good horse brush.
Checkerboard discus. Is that what those are?
Gotcha. Yeah, but they're called something else. Pigeon blood. Pigeon
See
blood.
You, Terry. Pitcher blood?
Pigeon.
Pigeon blood?
Like a bird. Pigeon blood. Don't ask me why. I don't know why.
Pigeon blood.
And then they also have that same one that looks like that, but he's turquoise. But they call that one turquoise, which is in a checkerboard pattern. So those 2. And those are really the only ones I want. And then I want the electric blue rams and the killies and my guppies and.
And do you have any Epistos? You said something earlier about Pistos.
I did want some Epistos, but me and Jason talked, and I would have to play with. Well, I do have an RO system, but we talked about that, and my husband and not all that anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my RO system as a carbon to cleaner or whatever, but the DI part I won't use. But I forgot what I was saying.
Just because they want the softer water, right?
That's right. Yes, they want the softer water. Now I know discus and electric Ramsey too, but I do know that they are being bred in harder water and so forth, and so I know I can get those. But the pistos aren't so much. So anyway, me and Jason talked about it, and I'm just gonna wait on the pistos one day. But those are the only other two I want.
That's awesome. What you just said. He talked you out of buying something because it wasn't the right fit for you.
Exactly. Yes.
And that is awesome. That's the good ones, you know.
Yes.
And most of our fish fam related people are like that. They're going to help you. They're not just going to sell you something if you've got questions, right? You don't always ask questions, so they don't know. But they're gonna steer you in the right direction. They're not just going to try and make a sale.
Exactly.
You know, Jadron Aquatics is like that as well. He's a good guy.
Yeah. You know, I met him. I went to a fish swap in Dallas, or close to Dallas, last summer, and I got to meet him then. But it was like at the end of the fish swap because he was so busy. I didn't want to intrude. You know, I didn't want to. Anyway, I feel sympathy for what they feel because I know what it feels like. So it's like, I probably hinder myself more doing it that way, but whatever.
Yeah, but you don't want to. You understand, so you don't want to push in.
Exactly.
Paul Sotero said if she can keep discus, the pistos need the same water conditions. I think that's because some of the discus, right, are bred in harder water, right? Especially the German ones.
Correct.
Is Discus Hans? Wasn't that one of the famous guys?
Yeah, he's one, but there's some people in Florida that are, and there's also someone in North Carolina that's breeding them in the hard water. And Greg,
I'm seeing what they're saying there.
Used to breed discus in our water, and this was before discus were like, you know, really bred in hard water. But he was telling me that he did it in our water. Shop hard, but don't want to have.
Yeah, it was right. Too.
Yeah, I don't want their fish to die, so I'll do the same thing. I'll be like, but you know, yeah, Jason, they're good people.
Guppy Guru said the same thing. I tell people every day they should go a different direction and shop. Yep. That's one place I would definitely love to go.
Good people.
And
really,
see Peter first of all.
Yeah. And if you just cremate the $5 first, the bottom line. The biggest thing is to get discus that are parasite free and just keep the water clean. Yeah, I've got a tank that was given to me. It's a 40-gallon, and it's set up. And I learned this last night for the wet dry system, which, do you know what that is? The wet
No,
dry?
but I remember somebody explained it, but I don't remember.
It has that corner tall thing that has the overflow that goes into it. And then it's got a pipe in the middle of it. So it's drilled in the bottom. It goes down into a sump, but the sump is full of water. It's not saturated like a tank. It's only just barely so that the media stays wet but doesn't dry out. And that's why they call it a wet dry. Okay. That's what Greg told me last night. But that tank is the one I'm holding for my discus. So I've got a very good, I really do need to go ahead and get it going. That way it'll already be going.
Yeah.
But I am holding that one and have been holding that one. I've already got it on a stand and everything. It's where it's going. I just haven't had time to do it.
You know, and discus are beautiful. The pistos are beautiful. At some point, I think I will work at having some. And Paul said add driftwood and plants. Yep.
There's that one pisto that I was going to get that Jason taught me out of. Well, he taught me out of it for now. And it's the fork. It's a yellow fork, something fork. Anyway, that sucker's got like a fro on the top. It's like he's got a dorsal fin, but he's got a fro right in front of it. And then his tail like a fork and it's yellow. Really neat looking, really neat, wicked looking fish. Not that he had like a whole bunch of colors on him or anything. It's just the way that fro flip was like crazy and all freaking cool to me.
Nice.
Our local breeder. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Peter. No, yeah, I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna cycle it or have it. I'm gonna cycle it definitely before me and Kenny talk. Oh yeah, no, Kenny's got me right. I'm gonna get it. I just gotta get it going.
Yeah, someday
Kenny,
I will work on it too. Right now, I
yeah,
just try to do stuff that's easy that I can do in my water the way it is without working at it too hard. Just because I'm still learning, again, it's been a year.
yeah, and so I did learn too that with that blue Galaris killing that the eggs may not hatch in my hard water.
Gotcha.
I didn't know that. But if I run it anyway, we're working on that too. So
Yeah.
once I can get them hatched and up to a certain age, and they can slowly convert back over to my hard water. But yeah, it's possible they may not hatch in my hard water. So we're gonna work on that though.
Yeah.
I got to get them breed first.
Yeah, and Paul, yeah, I have heard that it's easier to acidify and soften water and keep it there than raise the pH and harden it. Yeah, and I have seen that, and I know I can work at that, and just I'm sure Jess knows she can work at it.
Yeah.
For me, I want to take the easy route right now and do stuff that makes my water until I can get until I feel like I'm just more comfortable with all of it. Again, it's been less than a year. I've been keeping fish less than a year. So, and Jess, you're not too much longer, right?
What?
2 or 3 years that you've been keeping fish?
Yeah, no, I'm at like well, this December will be 2 years.
Yeah.
So a year and a half.
You've learned a lot in 2 years.
It's like a sponge.
You had a little bit of a
slowing down.
Start, with all of your knowledge from breeding the horses and all that kind of stuff. At least you had a head start.
A little bit, yeah. And then the fish fam though, that's my rock. That's where my learning comes from for sure. And
I'm glad you said that. Actually, that's a good thing to end on. We're almost at 8 o'clock, and I want everybody to either go keep drinking.
I refer to y'all as my fish fam.
Yeah. Fish fam is amazing. Again, that's why I do these streams, because I don't really have any other way of giving back to the fish fam. I don't have a lot of knowledge. I do try to drop super chats and streams and support people like that, put comments and do all that kind of stuff. But I wanted something to give back. And this is my only real way is to, I like to talk to people. I enjoy having conversations. When I was at the fish swap today, my wife was so bored. I felt so bad for her. I told her she didn't have to go, but, she just stood in back basically and held stuff for me, and I would stand there and talk to people for 15, 20 minutes about whatever.
Me too.
I did interviews today with the people who run the CNYAS. I did an interview about what their how long they've been around and what kind of stuff the thing does. I just enjoy talking to people. I have a motor mouth, I talk for hours, and I enjoy learning stuff about people. So
yesterday we went into the LFS, and I told Sonny, look, I'm just gonna be quick. Greg's already got the fish ready, and I'm gonna be real quick running there. We ended up being 45 minutes. I walked out to the truck. I said, I'm so sorry.
But he's got to be used to that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're going where? Yeah.
We don't have one that's real close. We've got one. We've got an LFS that's about an hour and 15 minutes, and they're actually moving farther away. But
dang.
I don't have any place to go like that, so she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to deal with that too often. So
Myrtle Beach. Where's Myrtle Beach? Is that in Florida?
No, Myrtle Beach is Carolina, right? North Carolina.
Oh,
I could be wrong. Where's that? I'm not even seeing that. Oh, there it is, right there. Good sources for discus: Myrtle Beach discus and discus hats. Myrtle Beach it's one of the Carolinas, or am I thinking wrong?
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, somebody will tell me before I even search it. I know there's a golf course there.
South Carolina.
Okay. I thought it was one of the Carolinas. I should have known that.
Daniel, the reason for
Jesse.
the wastewater on my RO is it's a big thing with my husband losing that wastewater. He doesn't want it to go to my flowers. He wants to be able to use it for something in the house. And if I can't, then I can't use it. The DI part. If I take the DI part off and I just use the use it as a carbon filter and use rainwater to run through it, good. So that's the way I'm gonna have to go. Pick my battles.
Yeah. You've been married long enough. You know what that's all about.
Yep.
Well, I think we're going to. So everybody, again, I believe Ricky goes at 8 o'clock, and I know Chattanooga Ed and James Fish Room Fever are going at 8 o'clock. So pick somebody, go over and say hi and support them. And Jess, you got anything coming up? Is there anything you want to talk about real quick?
We just have our me and Chubz's Monday night stream, and then every Monday through Friday, every morning is the Aquatic Morning Show. That's where I'll be.
Both are great, fun times, always. And there's always a lot of good information. 90% of the morning time, 90% of the morning shows have great information. Some of them were just chatting, but it's still fun. So
right. Yeah.
you still need to come over and say hi.
And they were going, a lot of them have gone hours.
Yes.
But I am trying to keep it at 2 hours now since I'm working a lot. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no, y'all come hang out with us, drink coffee, wake up. That's what we do. Talk fish.
And learn about fish and fish fan people.
That's right.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Thanks for having me, Rico.
Oh, yeah, Jess, no problem. And I'm sorry that we had so many problems getting you scheduled, but I'm glad we could do it today.
That and then my internet wouldn't work at the beginning, but it seemed to have panned out.
Yeah, it worked in the end. Let's see. Monday night, Ed and I do our geek stream, and then right before Jess, actually.
Yep.
And then Tuesday night this week, I have Seth from Because You're Fish. He will be on. And then the following Tuesday, I have John from KG Tropicals. Will be my interview. So,
awesome.
And just still a bunch more awesome people like Jess coming up too. There's so many. I've got so many scheduled out. I mean, I plan on doing this until I've interviewed every single Fish Fan member there is. So
over and over again.
Yeah.
Hang out.
All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.
Love y'all.